All right, this is the message that collectively you all need to hear today. So let's see what it is. Let go, lighten your load. You don't have to be carrying everything that you have been. Let's see what you've been carrying that's become too heavy. Okay, so we have the Five of Coins and the Four of Wands. Honestly, I think it's this fear that you're falling behind. Like everyone else seems to know what they're doing, where they're going, what their next step is, and you're still standing there trying to work it out. The Five of Coins can make you feel like you've missed out somehow. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough money, enough support, enough confidence, or enough opportunities to actually move forward. And then with the Two of Wands here, you're thinking about the future. You do want more for yourself. You're trying to work out what comes next. But I think fear has started making those decisions for you. Instead of asking yourself, what do I actually want to do? You're asking yourself, which option is least likely to go badly? And I get it, especially if something you planned before didn't work out the way you hoped it would. Some of you had a very specific idea of where you thought you'd be by now, and because you're not there yet, you've started thinking you've done something wrong, but you haven't ruined your life. Your plan just changed. That's it. It doesn't mean there's nothing left for you. It doesn't mean you've missed your chance. The Two of Wands is literally showing you that there are still options in front of you. I don't think you're trapped. I think you're just tired, disappointed, and scared of choosing the wrong direction again. And that fear is what you've been carrying. So let's see, why has this fear been so hard for you to let go of? Okay, Queen of Wands and Eight of Wands. A lot of wand energy, fire energy happening in this. Okay. I think the reason this has been so hard for you to let go of is because a part of you feels like you should have figured it out by now. The Queen of Wands is confident. She knows what she wants. She walks into a room like she belongs there. And I feel like that's the version of yourself you think you're supposed to be all the time. Confident, motivated, making moves, not doubting yourself every 5 minutes. Then the Eight of Wands is fast energy, things moving, plans happening, progress being made. So when your life doesn't look like that, you start getting really hard on yourself. You're looking around thinking, why is everyone else moving forward? Why does it feel like I'm still trying to get myself together? But I don't think you're actually lacking confidence. I think you're frustrated because you know how capable you are. You know there's more in you. And that's almost making it worse because now every delay feels personal. Like life is testing your patience just for entertainment. But not everything is meant to move at the speed you want it to. And forcing yourself to be on all the time is probably part of what's exhausting you. You don't need to prove you're powerful by constantly pushing. Sometimes the most confident thing you can do is admit, I'm tired, I need a minute, I'll move when I'm ready. Because right now, I think you're carrying the pressure to be the version of yourself who has it all together. And honestly, she probably needs a nap too. So now I want to know what actually happens when you stop putting all of this pressure on yourself. So we have Justice, Three of Wands, Two of Cups. Honestly, everything starts feeling a lot clearer for you. Justice is you getting back into balance. You're able to look at your situation properly instead of viewing everything through fear, disappointment, or this idea that you're already behind. Because when you're panicking, every decision feels massive. It's like if I choose the wrong thing now, my entire life is over, which probably isn't true. When you take the pressure off, you can actually work out what feels right for you, not what looks impressive, not what you think you should be doing by now, and not what everyone else seems to be doing. What is genuinely right for you? Then we have the Three of Wands, and this is where things begin opening up again. You start looking forward with excitement instead of dread. You stop staring at the one plan that didn't work and begin noticing that there are other plans available to you. And I really like the Two of Cups here because it shows support, connection, and things coming together. So for some of you, this could be another person coming in to help you, work with you, or offer you an opportunity. But I also think this is about reconnecting with yourself. You stop treating yourself like a problem that constantly needs fixing, and you start trusting yourself again. And that changes the kinds of decisions you make, the people you allow around you, and the opportunities you're willing to say yes to. So, letting go doesn't mean you suddenly stop caring about your future. It means you stop bullying yourself into creating it. And apparently, that works much better. Let's just see what other advice needs to come through for you now. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands, the Hermit, the Hanged Man, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so clearly you really want things to move. The Eight of Wands here has come out twice now, which tells me you're ready for something to happen. You're ready for the answer, the opportunity, the breakthrough, anything that makes you feel like you're not just standing still. But then we have the Hermit and the Hanged Man, and these two together are basically saying, could you please stop sprinting for 5 minutes? Because I think you're trying to rush yourself into clarity. You're thinking, I need to make a decision. I need to know what I'm doing. I need to get moving. The more urgently you try to figure it out, the more stuck you feel. The Hermit says you need to pull your energy back from someone else for a minute. Stop looking at what other people are doing. Stop asking whether you should be further ahead. Stop collecting 17 different options and then wondering why you're even more confused than when you started. You need enough quiet to actually hear yourself. And the Hanged Man says the pause you're in isn't pointless. I know you probably hate that sentence, but something about your perspective is changing right now. And if you rush out of this too quickly, you may just repeat the same pattern from a slightly different direction. Then we have the Knight of Swords. And I do think you'll move. Once you know, you're going to know. Once that clarity comes in, I don't think anyone will be able to stop you. But your advice is not to make a rush decision, just so you can say you've made one. Let the answer come from clarity, not panic. Because there's a difference between moving quickly because you're ready and moving quickly because you're desperate to escape the discomfort of not knowing. So, yes, things are going to move. But first, you need to give yourself permission to pause without turning the pause into proof that you're failing. You're not behind and you're not stuck forever. You're just being asked to see the situation differently before you charge directly at it like the Knight of Swords with absolutely no helmet on, because that's not safe. And then your last little bit of like a pep talk, you got attract, like the moon and the ocean. You attract good things into your life. So don't forget that good things are coming. You might be going through a bit of a pause right now, but every so often that needs to happen. The Hermit, you might need to go within to get that clarity that you need. But I honestly think you're going to be fine. I feel it, okay? So just trust. This is just a pause and it's not forever. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I go on a bit of a rant, and hopefully you're able to lighten your load a little more, because that's not healthy. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.